Hi, it's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Daenne. Oh my gosh, it's the Hatching Tide events, and I'm super excited to play it with my last Let's Play character. Let's go. As always, we're going to head to Gridania. Actually, just the quick and easy way. Teleport. Alright. Almost forgot that Daenne started off in Gridania. And has his home in Gridania. That makes it easy. No travel costs for him. Looks kind of scary. The hell? And of course, when I walk up to it, it goes away. I was kind of like, well, hey? Oh? Action. I always have to double check to make sure I'm recording because I only have one monitor. So I can't just glance over and check. At some point, I will get a second monitor that I won't have to keep doing that. In pursuit of excellence, Jahili Alipo has a great deal to say about Hatching Tide. This quest is available for a limited time only. Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope this season finds you an excellent fiddle. For my part, it is an absolute pleasure to see you again. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide had its origins in the day before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft into the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. Oh, Jahili, it's a disaster. The cart toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the quantity required will take some time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. But wait, perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand? How wonderful to see you again. Knowing what an exemplary assistant you are gives me cause for hope. If you're happy to help, that is. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Okay. Let's go. Ooh, he got angel wings. That looks so cool. I think Danny would have a pair of big black wings to match with his hair and ears. Ah, you're that dreamer who was here before, ain't you? A right old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Oh, is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends, surplus wares that might be of use. If you want them, that is. If you want them, they're all yours. Might not be exactly what you need, and I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eating into me I'd rather see them put to good use. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Any road, we better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see. This leather looks durable. I'll have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. You should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Jahili saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols. The trick will be making them look eggy enough. I'm gonna do ... That's it. Let the eggs turn to parasols in your mind's eye. If we maintain the egg shape for the canopy and add plenty of festive decorations, they'll more than look the part. Parasols are a slight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for myriad egg, particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit to the Leather Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. Okay. Alright, let's go. I was going to pass it by on accident. You must be the adventure assistant Nonada spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot. But our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up by the Black Rabbit Trader's stall anon. And we'll take the shard. And then okay. You're a little taller than me. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. And you would have us undertake this task with how little time left until Hatching Tide? Very well. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jahili once I finish. You can go ahead and wait with her. Okay? Okay. Welcome back. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fare the eggs? Small. You're not very small. Substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nonada cooks up for the prototype. So wait we must. Exceeding expectations. Jahili Alapo is patiently waiting to see the parasol prototype. This quest is available for a limited time only. Nonada will surely be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nonada outstrip us in hatching tide spirit. There must be more we can do. I'm going to do ... again. Just because I try to go through all the options. What's the matter? You seem to have taken a sudden intense interest in my parasol. Plus, it's cool to see what the different options bring up for conversation. Ah, that's it. What better way to draw celebrants than to show them this parasol and promise them one of their very own? With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instinct to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. Jahili is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Jahili behind by entering a different area or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Jahili accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companion to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Okay. Whoa. That one's flashy. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea and know Nada worked her magic to create the final product. Ow! So we're talking about this basket right here. When I think back to the very first hatching tide, it's a marvel just how popular the occasion has become. I have so many people to thank for their efforts, yourself included. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a splendid parasol like unto your own. At our hatching tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such excellence, such egginess. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who is responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play, and if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. I should have known that the guild artisans were involved. If that means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you'll receive one just like it. For years, I've searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge? It's a hatching tide miracle. I expect those three will tell all and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Okay. Oh, that is. Hold on a sec, I think I found my guild. Yep, that's my guild. He probably has no idea that it's me. Because my main, my character that I have in the guild, my main one, is, my main offline character, Queena. That's funny. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. Okay. I already have a couple alts in the guild, so I'm not gonna like openly request more that my alts join. But if they so happen to just be randomly invited, I'm not gonna say no. Look! Isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. Hooray, we did it, Jahili! We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this hatching tide a success? Full of that thought, you've yet to see the half of it. My son... I don't know exactly how to say her name. I apologize. I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible! To think the parasols are bringing joy from even beyond our celebration. Wait, Jahili, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing the parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nonada told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. Really, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nonada? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me. I have something for you. That's the second parasol I ever made, after Dahili's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft across the sky, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may be finished, but hatching tide most certainly hasn't. Ooh, that's right. This is my first fashion accessory. Problem parasols. Okay. So I'm going to... Okay. And then let's move over here. Yeah, I don't have the red one like Honey and Silent do. Okay, so let's do a rain check with Danny. And then let's dance with him. Rain dance is so cute. Okay. So I think this is a good place to stop for now. It is piercing through the top of the egg. Oh dear. Or the parasol. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Once again, I'm so glad I was able to have the energy and the time to go ahead and do this event with all three of my Let's Play characters. And as of recording this, I just have Templeton to do it with my streaming characters. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. That's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Let's see what salute I should do. Ooh. I don't know which one to... Oh, let's bow. Let's bow.